Welcome back. Where in the world does our next act come from? Let's find out.
The Chinese silks I use when I perform were created for me by my mother. Both my grandmother and my mother were professional magicians. Performing is in my blood. As a child, I went to acrobat school. I practiced 11 hours a day, 6 days a week for 6 years. Then I discovered ballet, and it too became my passion. My mother came to me and said, "Let's combine what you have learned with what I know," and my ballet magic was born. Mother and I worked for 3 years on just one routine. It won a top prize at the World Championship of Magic. In that moment, my mother's dream became my own. The first trophy is one more thing I can dream about.
Let's take a trip to China and take in the epic magic of Yan Yan Ma. You're incredible at ballet. You're incredible at magic. I would imagine any little girl watching you would want to be able to do what you can do. Have you inspired other young women to go into magic?
Yeah, I think many girls look at my performance. They want to do some dancing with magic too.
So you come from a magic family. What did your family teach you about magic?
My mother teach me everything about magic, every detail and how to perform and everything.
Have you always wanted to follow in her footsteps?
Yeah.
All right, let's check in with Penn and Teller and see if they know how you did your trick. Penn, Teller.
Wow. Yanya, what an act. What an act. There was just, this won't translate, I'm sure, but there was a ton of effects there. Just a zillion effects. I guess if you have the kind of stamina, willpower, skill, and grace to do ballet, that doing the magic manipulation is the same kind of thing. You do that stuff more beautifully than anyone I've ever seen.
Thank you.
You know, it's a manipulation act, and those are really hard to do in an interesting way, and you really do them in such an interesting way. Magicians for years have taken a tuxedo that looks like it's fairly form-fitting and found ways to people to take that for granted and then steal huge amounts of stuff out of it. You've got a ballet outfit that it looks like you couldn't hide anything in it. And yet you hide, as far as I can tell, everything in the world in there. So good and so wonderful and so beautiful and such a new idea. I mean, that whole act done in a tux would be breathtaking. Done in a tutu is a whole different level. You do every move in the book, and unfortunately, we've read that book. It's a wonderful, beautiful act, and I do not think you fooled us, but I wish you had, because we'd love to see you in Vegas. It's such a beautiful act.
Thank you for you too.
Do you agree they know how your trick worked?
Yes?
Well,
It's beautiful.
Well, thank you so much. It was such a pleasure. Yan Yan Ma.
So beautiful. So great, Yanya.
Thank you.
So beautiful.
We'll be right back with another amazing magician, so stay close.